Hi, Playmates Preschool families. My name is Robin Schaefer. I'm the director of the preschool. I'm the one you've been getting all those emails from about the upcoming school year and our reopening plan and all that. So you can put a face to the emails and communications now. Thank you for sticking with us and being faithful to our preschool. We sure appreciate you guys, and our teachers have been working so hard to provide a great remote learning experience and then a great in-person experience when we get to that phase and are allowed to open up to in-person instruction. Last Thursday, I sent you all an email with several attachments to it. And normally in pre-COVID world, we would all get together tonight and I would explain all of those papers that I sent you and your big long 20-page long parent handbook. We'd kind of go over a summary of that together. But since we can't join together in a large group like that, I'm sending this video to kind of further explain some of the policies in our handbook and some of that paperwork that I sent you that we're going to need for your child's file here at school for when we open to in-person. Playmates Preschool has been around since 1966, so we've always been a part of First Presbyterian Church. I have been here 14 years, and at the end of this I'm going to introduce our staff. Marion Schultz is celebrating her 20th year at Playmates Preschool. She has a sign in her yard, so if you drive by her house, give her a honk to celebrate her 20th year. And then Kelly Merrill also is a longtime employee. She's been here 16 years. And we are the 3 lead teachers of the classes. But I will introduce the whole staff to you, as we have some new members at the end of this video. And hopefully you got some messages from them today too through the Brightwell app. And so that email that I sent to you with all those attachments last week, one of the big ones was the parent handbook. So I'm going to very quickly go through some of the highlights of that book that hopefully you all have taken the chance to glance through it and read some of our policies. The first few pages of the parent handbook, all of the teachers are listed there, and their contact information, their emails are written in there so that you can email your teachers. You can also message your teachers through the Brightwell app. We're loving the Brightwell app, and it's brand new, and we're learning it, but hopefully you are enjoying getting the messages and you're learning it with us. There's lots of great YouTube videos out there for parents on how to use the Brightwell app. So seek those out, and I have sent some of those to you, attached links to you in an email as well. But after the page with all of the teachers' information listed in our class schedule, the next couple of pages is our school-wide calendar. And so you'll get an updated calendar when we open up to in-person instruction. But the calendar that's in there is the correct one right now. Okay, and that's for all classes, the whole school. Each month you'll get a class-specific calendar emailed to you, and that is just your themes, what your child's going to be, their lessons are going to be focused on around the themes on that themed calendar. And then you'll get more specific lesson plans in your packets that you pick up, and they'll be listed on the Brightwell app too. So that's the next few pages in that parent handbook. After that, it talks about classroom visits in there, so I wanted to go over that really quickly about what that looks like. If you've signed up for a class visit next week, it's different than it's been in the past. So this is the one time we're allowing parents to come into the building, and we have 20 minutes sectioned off between each visit so that we can clean and sanitize before a new family comes in. And we're doing 1 family at a time or 2 families at a time if that's what you're comfortable with and you wanted your child to have another child there at the same time. And we realize some of you aren't comfortable coming for a visit, and that's fine. And we understand that. We'll make the packets available for you to pick up if you can't make it to the visit of your first set of lesson plans, and we will let you know. That'll be out there next Thursday and Friday by our entrance in a tub. for you to pick up if you're not coming to a class visit to meet us face to face, okay? But that's next week. If you don't know anything about the class visits or how to sign up, it's through Sign Up Genius, and your teacher sent you a link in the Brightwheel app in the messaging section to sign up. If you did not get that sign up link and you want to sign up for a class visit, please email your teacher, message your teacher through the Brightwheel app, and they will resend the link to you to sign up for a visit, okay? So after it talks about the visits, let's go over the visit, the way it's going to work though. If you signed up, we are asking you to follow all the safety protocols. Everyone needs to be wearing a mask. You need to wash your hands when you come into the building. Follow the signs to the lower level into your classroom. And then we are limiting the visits to 20 minutes. And we ask that you respect that because we need the 20 minutes in between the visits to clean and sanitize so it's all ready to go for the next family coming in to meet us. We also ask that you check in with the Brightwheel app. You will see a QR code on the door to the preschool that you can scan with your phone. So you'll just open your Brightwheel app and your student's name will come up, and you click on them and it'll ask you to check in, and you can check in with your 4-digit code, or you can scan the QR code. You'll be asked a series of self-certifying health screening questions that you don't have any symptoms of COVID, you're fever-free, no coughing, shortness of breath, no sore throat, those kind of things. Once you verify that you're healthy and safe to be here, it'll pop up where you sign with your finger right on your phone, just like before we had a sign-in sheet where you would sign. Well, now you're going to be signing through the app, and then you'll come on down, okay? And then when you leave, you'll need to scan again and check your child out, okay? So it'll be a good practice run for when we're in person learning, doing that check-in and check-out for visit days, okay? Moving on in the parent handbook, it starts talking about how we're going to do arrival and dismissal, and we'll do a revisit of that when we do go to live in-person instruction. I'll send you the procedure on how arrival and dismissal is going to work, because it's going to be different than it has been in the past. Okay, we're not going to have parents come into the building. We will be meeting you outside, and you'll be scanning in with the Brightwheel app. Okay, so it's going to be a little different arrival and dismissal this year. After that, in the parent handbook, a few pages later, it talks about fundraising. We're not doing any of that yet. We usually do an unraiser in the fall where parents contribute money, and it's tax deductible, and we use that to fund purchasing supplies and stuff for our school. So information will come out later in the school year about that. And then about halfway through your parent handbook, it talks about our medical policies. So make sure to read that page, all about how the symptom-free and everything that your child should be when they're here at school. Also, when we reopen to in-person, I will send an update on COVID symptoms and all of our safety protocols that will be in place, and everything that we need to follow according to the Illinois Department of Public Health and the CDC and Governor Pritzker's plan for safety for the students and the teachers and the families. Okay, so we'll revisit that, and you'll get more information when we reopen to in-person. Moving on through the parent handbook, then almost towards the end, it talks about tuition. So if you ever have any questions, please email me or message me. You can pay through the Brightwheel app, and many families have chose to do that. It's very convenient to do that, but I understand some families don't want to do that, and that's fine. So what we have now is we have a white tuition drop box right outside our preschool entrance door attached to the brick pillar. It's not labeled, it's just a white mailbox hanging on the side of the building, right by our buzz-in system. And you can drop a check or a cash in there to pay tuition. Tuition's always due at the first of the month. If you pay with a check, it needs to be written out to the church, First Presbyterian Church, or you can write FPC on there for First Presbyterian Church, and then just note Playmates Preschool in the memo line. So you still have that option of paying cash or check, but it's pretty convenient to pay with the Brightwell app if you set that up. And if you need help with that, I can email you the link to the YouTube video teaching you how to set up billing through Brightwell, if you so choose. Some of the other things on that email that I sent last Thursday that are important for us is there was a medical form for your child to have filled out by your pediatrician. And that's something that we're required to have on file for your child. It's great if you get that to me before we open back up to in-person instruction, whenever that'll be. And make sure that you have signed the middle of the back. There's a health questionnaire on there and a place for the parent signature. That's a common area that people miss on there. And then make sure there's a date on it, okay? And I will add that to your file. You can email it back to me and I'll print it off here and put it in your child's file. We also need a copy of your child's birth certificate or passport. It can be a copy of their birth certificate and like a scanned copy. That's fine. We're allowed to have that in your file. It just can't be the birth certificate that the hospital gives you with the little cute footprints and stuff. We have to have the official birth certificate, a scanned copy of that, okay, for your child's file. You were also sent the DCFS pamphlet, a little booklet about centers or schools that are licensed through the Department of Children and Family Services. It was a little brief summary, so that's yours to keep. I don't need that back. Just for your reading pleasure. You were also sent a parent permission form, so you're signing on there 4 different things, and one of the things you're signing is that you saw that DCFS pamphlet and you read it, and so you sign and to certify that you've read that. And then there's also some other permissions on there that we need to kept on file here for your child. So you'll sign that and scan it and email it back to me. And then there was a dietary restriction form. That's for when we come back to in-person and we're serving snack. We need to know if there are things that your child cannot have, if you're vegetarian or what have you. We need that form, and we keep track of that here so we can monitor their snack. Also, let's talk a little bit about the Brightwell app and getting your lessons for remote learning. The teachers have been working really hard. They have so many fun things planned for you guys in those packets. I've seen them working hard this week on our teacher work days, getting those packets put together, and it looks like a lot of fun. So you'll pick those packets up on your visit day, or if you can't come to the visit day, they'll be available for you to pick up. And there'll be 2, 3, or 4 weeks worth, depending on your class, of activities in there. And you'll have printed out from the Brightwell app your lesson plan for each day of your class. And there'll be a description of what to do with all the things in your packet. The teachers did send a school supply list to you that will help your children be able to do the packets at home. They'll need just some basic supplies like child scissors. We prefer Fisker scissors. They seem to cut best for kiddos. And a pencil and some crayons and things like that. So if you need that supply list again, please contact your teacher. You can message them through the Brightwell app or email them, and they'll send you that school supply list again. And then also in your packet will be directions so that you can follow right along. So that's one part of our remote learning. The second part that's really fun is every day of your class, to go along with your packet, your teacher will send out a link to a video for you to watch with your child. We'll read stories to your children, and we're going to talk right to the camera, and just like we're talking to your child, and kind of think like Mr. Rogers, how he used to talk to the TV screen. That's what we'll be doing. We'll be reading stories to go along with those themes. We'll be showing you some of the activities and explaining them a little better on video. We'll be showing you virtual field trips of things. We will be showing you a circle time, like back here is the calendar, and our circle time, we'll be doing that. with our assistant and videoing that for the child so they can follow along with circle time. And then we will be doing once in a while like little science experiments or STEM activities. We'll be modeling things for social emotional play, all kinds of fun ideas that we have planned. We've been working all summer gathering ideas and learning how to teach remotely. So I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think you'll be really happy and your children will be excited to get these videos each day. They will be pre-recorded. So we respect your time, and we know a lot of you have school-age kids that have to be logged on at certain times of day for attendance and all that, and that can be a lot to manage and stressful. And we sympathize with that. So we decided to make ours pre-recorded so that you can view them anytime you would like and work on them and have fun as a family doing those with your children and letting your children watch our videos at your convenience. We will once in a while have Zoom calls, and we will set that will be at a certain time, but those are optional. You can do those if you want. We are going to try it maybe once or twice a month. Some classes are doing it twice a month. Some are doing it once a month for that personal connection with you, with the child. And then they'll be game-based and song-based and lots of fun. It won't be where your kid is just sitting there listening to us, okay? So they'll get to interact with us. It's a personal connection time. We also are going to try the playground meetups, and we know some of you aren't comfortable coming to the playground to play, and that's okay. There'll be an optional suggestion on your lesson plan for that day if you're not coming to the playground. But we are going to be on the playground, and we are still going to ask that you wear your mask and the child wear their mask. We're not going to have the parents on the playground. You can either walk your child up and let them enter the playground and then go back and sit in your car, or you can bring a lawn chair and socially distance and sit around the fence. We have a really nice patio area that you can walk over to and sit at, but of course keep socially distanced from the other parents. But it might be a good time for you to meet the other parents and chat and get to know each other. But we are asking that parents stay for these playground times. We'll be playing for about 30 minutes together. And then we'll end the time with a story. We'll have mats set up outside far enough apart for your kids to sit comfortably, and we'll finish the playtime with a story time on the playground. If it is raining or bad weather out, we will cancel this playground time. We're not going to be coming inside to play at all as a group. So if the weather's bad, we'll cancel. So please keep your Brightwell app where you're receiving those notifications that a message will come out that playground time is canceled if the weather is bad. Okay. If you're not getting notifications from Brightwell, please send me an email and I can help you with that. You might need to turn on notifications on your phone so that you're getting that Brightwell notification. Okay. But there is a great YouTube video out there for parents on how to make sure that you're getting notifications from Brightwell, because we'll be using those notifications a lot because we want to stay virtually connected with you, the families, and this is one way that we're going to do it is through the app. Okay, I think you'll really love it. If you have any questions about anything that I just blabbed on for how many ever minutes to you about, please email me, message me through the Brightwell app. I will try to get back to you within 24 hours with an answer to your question. Okay, as far as when we're going back to in person, I know that's a big question for a lot of you. If we will follow Unit 5 with a slight variation. So if Unit 5 decides that it is safe to go back to in-person instruction, we will open up as well. However, we will complete the month. So for example, if they decide October 15th they're going back to in-person instruction, we won't go back then. We'll wait till November 1st to come back to in-person instruction. The other thing I wanted to say is that if you've signed up for remote learning and you do not want in-person instruction, we're still going to offer that for you, and we'll still make the packets up and send you videos of what's going on in class to go along with those packets so that you can still participate in remote learning if you choose not to come back to in-person learning. Okay, so we think that's something that we can manage as we've been making up these packets and preparing. The teachers feel that they're going to be able to offer that service to still do remote learning when we go back to in-person learning. Okay, so again, any questions, email me, message me through Brightwell, message your teachers through Brightwell. They sent out some fun hello little videos to your kids through the Brightwell app today, so look at your child's profile, their feed. You'll see a little video from their teachers on there saying hi to your student. Okay, thanks so much for listening to all of this. So stay tuned, because I'm gonna be introducing all of the teachers next. You guys have a wonderful Wednesday, and we're looking forward to getting to know all of you and rocking out our 2020-2021 school year. Bye-bye. All right, so this is our teaching staff 2020-2021. So Shelby Weber and Kelly Merrill are the Sunshine team. And Carmen Sampson in red there, and Marion Schultz in green, they're the balloon team. And then Marion and Amber Myers is the rainbow team. And then Kelly Merrill and myself are the Starlight team. So we're excited to start our school year with all of you.